أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم نحمده ونصلي ونسلم على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فقد قال النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم الإيمان بضع وسبعون شعبة فأفضلها قول لا إله إلا الله وأدناها إماطة الأذى عن الطريق والحياء شعبة من الإيمان. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam has said that the Iman has more than 70 branches. The best of these branches is Kalima la ilaha illallah. And the least of these branches is to remove anything which is troublesome from the path, from the road. And Haya and modesty is also a branch of Iman. There are two matters which stops a person from committing evil and immoral act. One is haya, modesty, and the other is fear. If anyone has these two qualities in him, one of fear, then that will stop him from committing evils. And secondly, haya and modesty. If someone has haya and modesty in him, then this will also stop him from committing evil. And these are qualities usually a person is born with. When a person is born, he is born with some good qualities. Amongst them is haya, sharam, and modesty. If a person cares and values for this quality, it will help him from abstaining from evil and immorality and immodest act. If a person does not value it, he does not care for it, and he goes against the instinct of the heart, then slowly and gradually this quality is eroded from him. This quality becomes less and less, and eventually this quality goes out of him. Once this quality of haya goes out of him, and also he has no fear of anyone, then the doors of evil opens up for him. There are no barriers for him to stop him. Haya, modesty, is the inner quality of the heart. Usually person is born with this quality, that which stops him from committing immoral act. A person who has never done any immoral act, first time when any immorality comes in front of him, his heart will stop him from going forward. So that is the haya and sharam. If he will value that stoppage, if he will value that quality which is in him, it will help him from abstaining from evil act. The example of that, a person, he has never seen any immoral pictures, any immoral photos, or he has not committed any immoral act. He went in a room and it was an empty room. On the table there was an immoral magazine. So he went in, he did not know the first sight which will fall on that magazine, his heart will not be attracted towards it. In fact, his heart will stop him from going forward and looking at it. So that is the natural quality of haya, which stops a person and which restrains him from going forward towards immoral act. So if he will value that, and soon as his eyes fell on that magazine, he came out of the room, he did not go forward, his haya, sharam, modesty will stay safe. But he did not care, he did not value, and he thought to himself, I'm alone, no one will know, I will only look at it once, I will not look at it afterwards. So he picked up that magazine And he started to flick through the pages, one page, second page, third page. So by doing that, he has abused that quality, he has abused that instinct which was in him, and that amount of haya will go out of him. Second time, same matter occurred. He went into a room and there was a magazine. So that reaction will occur into him because still there is haya in him. So if he'll value it, it will help him to stay away from it. He comes out of the room, he closes his eyes. But if he does not value for that instinct which came into him, and he went forward and he picked up the magazine and he started to browse through it, he started to look through it, that amount of haya will go out of him. This happened third time, fourth time, it kept happening, so that amount of haya will go out of him. Eventually the haya will completely go away from him, and the opposite of haya, immorality, behayai, will come into him. Now he will be looking for such magazines and he will search for them to the extent that if he can't find them, he will buy them. So it's a U-turn, that the haya and sharam he had in him has been eroded, gone out of him, and now the opposite of that, immorality, behaya, has taken into his heart. So the urge to look at these things, it comes from the heart. So this quality of haya goes out of that person. Now, this is usually what happens with the person, whether it's a magazine, whether it's a mobile, whether it's looking at women and girls. So nevertheless, the first time when such a matter occurs, there is a stoppage, there is a barrier from the heart. If the person will value it, then it will save him from going forward and indulging in such an act. But if he does not value it, that amount of haya will go out of him, and if he keeps doing it first time, second time, third time, slowly and gradually that haya will completely go out of him, and the opposite of that, behayai, immorality, modesty will come in him, and the urge from inside will occur to look at such a things and engage in such a things. And now the doors of evil and immorality will open up for that person. So this is one matter, haya and sharam, which usually person is born with. If he values it, then it will help him stay away from immoral and immodest acts. If he does not value it, and he starts to indulge in such a things, he starts to talk with girls, look at girls, make friendship, and so on, the more he will indulge in these things, the more that haya will go out of him, the opposite of that will come into him, and the doors of behayai, immorality, will open up for him, and eventually he will become immoral and evil committing person. So nevertheless, one quality which person is usually born with is haya, that one should value this quality, one should not abuse it, one should not engage or indulge in such a things which takes this quality out of him, because if this quality goes away from him, then the stoppage from immoral will have gone away. The second quality is fear. So if both of these quality goes out of a person, then there is no stoppage for him in committing evil, immorality, immodest act. So it's branch of iman that the person has this quality in him. It will help him stay away from evil acts. Allah Ta'ala give us tawfiq for it. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallah wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk. Subhanallah wa bihamdihi, subhanakallah wa bihamdika, nashhadu an la ilaha illa anta, nastaghfiruka wa natubu ilayk.